Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Big breaking news now is about Antoine Greizeman that I am going to be just discussing with you today. Apparently now a lot of suggestions have now stirred up now. This is regarding Antoine Greizeman, who'd also been currently sent off in his last game with their 2-2 draw. Atletico Madrid have not started their full-on La Liga campaign just as yet, but they are prepared to start off. He had been sent off in the last game because I think he'd received 2 yellow cards. He had said something to the referee, but I didn't really search what had been said, but I know that he had been sent off. But as we know, yesterday, Manchester United had a fantastic win, 4-0. It was absolutely fantastic, you know. Martial getting his name on the score sheet, coming off the bench twice, 2 games, getting his name on the score sheet. Romelu Lukaku banning his 3rd goal now in 2 Premier League games. Pogba getting his name on the score sheet was fantastic, and Bailey getting his 1st ever goal for the club was fantastic. It was a convincing, fantastic performance by 4-0. That is 8 goals now in 2 games. But anyway, suggestions have stirred up now. Straight after that game, suggestions had stirred up so much of what Greizeman has put on Twitter about this. Apparently now, according to reports, he has regretted the decision. He regretted the decision to join Manchester United. He has currently he has regretted this as Antoine Greizeman. He has totally regretted. He has regretted this. He has regretted it. He's regretted that he didn't join Manchester United. This is what's being said. He has just totally regretted it. And things have stirred up suggestions on Twitter. He's put on Twitter, basically, he's put an unhappy emoji, he's put an angry emoji, and he's put 2 call me emojis on this Twitter account of Antoine Griezmann's, because he feels as though now the latest report is suggesting he's unhappy with Atletico Madrid, and he's apparently regretting the decision that he didn't make the move to Manchester United. So anyway, this tweet thing that he has put out on Twitter with the angry emoji, the unhappy emoji, and the 2 call me emojis, he's gained quite a lot of attention, and quite a few United fans have reacted to this thing that he's put out. One said, number 7 is still available for you. It is currently waiting for you. One said, the transfer window's not over yet. Come and put in a transfer request, and United fans have reacted to this. And also, one put on uploaded pictures of Pogba and Romelu Lukaku, and it basically said you missed out, and that were to Antoine Griezmann. So a lot of suggestions have currently stirred up after this tweet thing he's put out. It wasn't long after the Swansea game he had put this current thing out, and I think he regrets. He wanted to basically be playing along. Griezmann wanted to be playing alongside Paul Pogba because they have a strong relation. They have a good friendship, and we know early on in the summer, even he was convinced that the deal was going to get finalised. We'd put £89 million in for the player. Obviously, he estimated 6 out of 10 early on in the summer that he was going to join Manchester United. But as a transfer ban came to an occur, it didn't get finalised, because I think he was being loyal basically to Atletico Madrid because he had that guilty consciousness that Atletico Madrid couldn't find an alternative replacement, because obviously we know they have got a current transfer ban. He signed a new deal back in June, I think, till 2020. He has got a £200 million release clause that will reduce down to 100 next summer. But in my opinion, well, what is tweeted out, basically, he can make the move, can Greizeman, because there's still time in this transfer window. He can force the move, we can get the deal over the line, and he can fulfill that number 7 spot that we've currently got vacant at the moment, and he'd be in the mix with Pogba, he'd be in the mix with Romelu Lukaku. But obviously, we got Romelu Lukaku instead of Greizeman, because we know they got that transfer ban, and we know he's been discussing with Diego Simeone. He did say he wasn't really sure on his future, but he has been discussing things with Diego Simeone, and it did say basically if Blanc were to depart the club, their number 1 choice goalkeeper, and he was to leave Atletico Madrid, then Greizeman would maybe next out of the current door. But Greizeman, prolific goal scorer, good in the air, good at driving forward, scores bag full of balls, probably You know, he's got that finishing product and he's an efficient finisher. Probably one of the best strikers in world football. I'd absolutely love him at Manchester United, and he'd be fantastic to fulfil that number 7 spot. You know, he's dreamt it. You know, he admits now he'd love to play alongside Paul Pogba, and he has totally regretted this decision, and he feels unhappy with Atletico Madrid. He has been there, I think, 3-4 years. I think it's 3 years or it's 4 years. Risen up the ranks with Real Sociedad, was there for 4, I think, years. But he wants to elevate to that higher level, does Greizeman, because he's obviously he's unhappy at Atletico Madrid. He wants to win silverware. You know, he wants to be doing better in Champions League. And Atletico Madrid, you know, it's going to be hard for him to, you know, gain silverware at Atletico Madrid. I think he's got more chance if he makes the move to Manchester United. But he can still make the move to Manchester United because the transfer window is not over yet. So if I were him, if he's that very unsettled at Atletico Madrid, like this United fans suggested out, you know, there's still time in the window. Hand in a transfer request, you know, with desire to leave the club. And what he's put out on Twitter, it has gained quite a lot of attention from some United fans. Have reacted as saying number 7 still available for you. Putting a transfer request, there's still time for there's still time in the window. And one has uploaded pictures of Paul Pogba and Romelu Lukaku, basically suggesting you've missed out to be in the mix with these. So, yeah, so he has stirred up a lot of suggestions as Antoine Greizeman in this current situation. We've still got Romelu Lukaku, who's going to guarantee his 20-25 goals. We've still got Rashford, who's doing fantastically well. We've got Martial, who's been doing fantastically well. We've got Ibrahimovic coming back as well. But my opinion, Greizeman would be fantastic fulfilling that number 7 squad, and basically then that would guarantee us basically that we should then be winning the league. And I still admit we need a creative winner, don't get me wrong. We need someone on the left hand side. I think we may still need someone at left back, guys, if I am quite going to be honest with you. But there's still time for us to get that creative winner. I know it's not going very, very well at the moment with the Perisic case. Looking though he's going to be signing a new deal with a club. We know that the agent of Perisic has had discussions with Ed Woodward. There were talks over a possible 39 million deal to come to an agreement. But obviously we know Inter Milan have been demanding that £48 million for the entirety of the window, and Manchester United are not capable of paying that £48 million, so we just may think he's not worth it. We know the agent has been in discussions with the Inter Milan officials over regarding Perisic's future, but we know Luca Spelta basically said he was convinced on making the move at one point, but he suggested now he wants to stay. He's no intention of leaving. He wants to stay with Inter Milan, and he had currently rebuffed it a couple of times as well. So there has been negotiations going on. Chelsea have had an interest in Perisic. I know we made it clear we was not willing to let Martial off as part of the deal for Perisic, and we did make that clear. So Perisic to me now is going to be signing a new deal worth $5 million a year, something. He's got a contract with Inter Milan till 2020. He's good, he's skillful, he's good in the air, highly experienced, can put balls into the box also, and yeah, so it looks like Perisic is basically over now. I don't think we'll get Lamar. Neither Arsenal won't get Lamar after the entirety of the window. They've been interested in Lamar. As I did say, suggestions stirred up about Julian Draxler. Manchester United are really interested in Julian Draxler, but for me, £32 million is an absolute bargain for Julian Draxler. And Julian Draxler is potentially better than Perisic, and they're asking for £48 million Perisic. And if he was available, Julian Draxler, they'd be asking for £32 million. And Draxler is better than even Perisic. So you could take that into consideration. I think Martial's better than even Perisic. I think Perisic's more experienced, but I think Martial's potentially a better footballer than Perisic. And that's just my honest opinion. But Draxler, Arsenal are interested. Arsenal have been in for the player before, didn't get him. We know that the PSG only captured him back in January for 35, was it £40 million. So PSG, the agent, has basically dispelled the myth. He doesn't believe he will get sanctioned off. But regarding this situation, if things... he reacted as soon as the speculation occurred about Julian Draxler. Liverpool have had their interest in him. Arsenal have had their interest because their pursuit of Lamar has now probably come to a conclusion. And Arsenal need some more signs because you see where their problems are lied. They lost to Stoke yesterday as well. But Julian Draxler, as I said, he's only been at PSG since January 7 or 8 months now. He has made a fantastic impact. He's risen up the ranks fantastically well at Schalke, but PSG's perspective, you know, they may want to give him another season at the club to see how he progresses out, you know, because they only got him in January, because a 23-year-old wouldn't want to be sidelined. It still may be hard for him to get guaranteed first-team football with PSG every game, because we know they're investing a lot of money. They're on the verge of getting Mbappe, they've got Neymar in there, and they've got Cavani, still got Cavani. They've offloaded Matuidi, obviously. They're looking to offload a couple of players to raise some funds. Draxler still may get in there, because we know he can play on the left, he can play on the right, and he can play in the attacking midfield position as well. So he still may get in there in the mix. Draxler is a fantastic player. He's good in the air, good two-footed player, good at going forward, very prolific goal scorer when he's on form. Fantastic pace, fantastic speed. I'd love him at Manchester United, Julian Draxler, because we're still crying out for that left-hand side midfielder. He's currently receiving £90,000 a week so far with Paris Saint-Germain, but does the player himself want to leave, but the agent really doesn't believe in it. He doesn't think PSG are capable of offloading Julian Draxler, but Liverpool have been interested. Yeah, he's attracted interest of quite a few teams, but 32 million, I'd take that all day long within a heartbeat. 32 million, you know, he's a lot better than Perisic. We know Perisic can play on the left like Draxler can. Perisic can play as second striker, Perisic can play as a midfield, as we all know, but comparing Draxler and Perisic, Draxler is better, plus you get him a lot cheaper. You get him cheaper if he was available, and it was demanded £32 million. We were to get him £32 million, and Inter Milan are asking £48 million for Perisic. No, we'd be saving money there. If we got Draxler £32 million, yeah, who is better than even Perisic, and Inter Milan are demanding £48 million. At the end of the day, we're not capable of paying £48 million for Perisic. I think the most we were going to be careful of paying for Perisic would be the £39 million that the agent of Perisic have been discussing with Ed Woodward on several occasions. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's a fit update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Do you think Greizeman could still possibly come to Manchester United before this transfer window shuts? Do you think we could leave it until January? Not quite sure, but anyway, he has stirred up a lot of suggestions. What he has put on Twitter, he's put an unhappy emoji. That means he's unsettled at the club. He's not happy with his position at the club. And he basically now regrets that he didn't make the move to Manchester United. And this is what the reports have suggested. And Man United fans have reacted to this, saying the number 7 is still available. Because there was all adamant he was going to get that number 7 anyway, because the deal looked so likely it was going to happen till the transfer ban occurred. And then it did come to a conclusion, our pursuit of Antoine Greizeman. And we know Barcelona have been interested in the player as well. And we know Griezmann's had discussions with Diego Simeone. So, yeah, guys. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Subscribe as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.